Welcome, welcome, welcome to Takara United first webinar, Trusting Your Gut. You remember your mom say to you, use your brain, child? Maybe she wasn't that wrong anyway, because I have come to find out that we haven't really been using our gut brain. We know much about using our reasoning and how to learn this and how to learn that and how to feel and what to feel. And now this time we are learning how to hear and strengthen our intuition. We all have this beautiful, beautiful treasure within us, our intuition. So let's go. Let's learn. So, you know the feeling when you know something but you don't know how you know it? That's it. That's your intuition at work. Intuition is the ability to understand something without the need for conscious reasoning. We all possess this amazing skill, and it's to our benefit to learn how this works and allow it the place it deserves in our lives. Intuition is the ability to understand something without knowing at all. When we follow our intuition, it can make we can make exciting leaps in life, choose shortcuts, open unexpected doors to happiness. Intuition gives us access to instinctual awareness, unconscious understanding of the bigger picture, meaning the concepts and connection beyond the everyday knowledge. Now, again, we welcome you, and we hope you enjoy this simple guide and begin to see the many ways in which your personal guidance system speaks to you. Exploring about intuition has become very rewarding. It's really a reliable process because it takes you into the depths of getting to know something so beautiful and beneficial within yourself that you haven't maybe paid so much attention to. And I promise this is a really fun process. And it definitely is unimaginable results that are out of this world and guides us to become the best versions of ourselves. So my name is Kirsi, and I'm a co-founder of Takara United along with my daughter Uniqua. So let's get on this journey. Intuition has many voices, and the more we tune into those voices, the more we get to know about them, the stronger the relationship is that we establish with our intuition. The voices of intuition, they speak in many ways. We can hear whispers, suspicion, doubt, peace, just the inner knowing, or goosebumps. The intelligence of intuition, it communicates through our body and our nervous system on levels that are both basic and finely sophisticated. We will learn a little more about those levels in a little bit. Now, intuition's message can show up as a quiet, gentle whisper, and at times it can be a nagging thought, especially if you have a danger. unusual feeling of suspicion, doubt, or curiosity. Curiosity may open up new doors of opportunities. Now your body can have signals like butterflies or goosebumps, that deep gut feeling in your stomach when something's off, and or when an opportunity opens up that is really big and exciting. Now these are the guiding signs and signals that we want to learn to pay attention to, along with learning to know intuition. It's like our best friend. It has its own ways of communicating, its own ways of being. The more we come to accept and trust that intuition is as natural as breathing, the more this journey will just expand. What is so beautiful, really, friends, is that we all have this internal guidance system, and it offers clear direction at every crossroad. It carries information beyond our years and our experience. You know, it's so beautiful to look at little children, because their intuition is so strong. They haven't unlearned it. And you can just wonder and be amazed at how these little beings carry so much information beyond their years and experience. Now, the many layers of intuition, there is a multiple research showing that intuition works in layers of unconscious perceptual intelligence. So intuition works through our subconsciousness. It gathers memories. It gathers genetic code information from even past of our years, and it guides us into implicit learning and knowledge. Now, let's start with the level of gut instinct. This communicates into our safety, security, and survival. Based on association and culture, this level is sense-based. It pulls information and emotion from the framework of our own lives and experiences. When you put your hand on the hot stove, it's your intuition that quickly removes, and it's based on those experiences and what you have learned. This level is simple and basic. It communicates through the opposites and answers to yes and no questions. Is this person my best interest? Will I thrive in this environment? Did I leave something? You know how many times we have just had that intuition telling us, I left something. I have a feeling. I got that feeling I left something, but you just cannot remember. You might be in a hurry to go. You're on your way out, and you're projecting already where you need to be next, and it's hard to stop. But this is one secret with intuition. Intuition is strengthened and works in amazing ways when we yield to it and we stop. Heart-based intuition, courage, compassion, and communication. It guides us to what is appropriate to say or do in moments of need. It requires slowing down to be heard. Stop and listen, as it communicates in unspoken ways and bonds with people, animals, places in ways that cannot be described by words or rational thought. It asks questions like, what to do? What am I to do to bring more beauty in my life? Do I love what I do? What is the first thing to do for me to discover joy? What am I afraid of? How do I start bringing the best of myself to my life? And once we yield to the feeling of these questions, we start tapping into our intuition, and we allow our intuition to guide us through sensory and feeling. And we might get an unction of, take a pencil and a paper. You don't know what to do with it yet. You just follow that unction. And that's when you start being in a moment of not requiring answers, but following your intuition. The next level is innovator or visionary intuition. This is where you start seeing already. Your eye gates are opening up with your intuition. This level is beheld by those who have overcome their own abilities. Visionaries, creatives, others who challenge their present beliefs and common knowledge. Creators, artists, they take that paintbrush and they'll tell you, I don't know what I'm going to paint, but they just start flowing with intuition. This is where groundbreaking new ideas are commonplace. Questions like, what do I see as a solution? Where's the opening to another level concerning this? What is this situation trying to tell or offer me? Open-ended questions. Specialized experience intuition is a level that is based on experience and random samplings in a specific area. Professionals like doctors, teachers, firefighters, judges, they're trained in their profession, and because of their experience and deep knowledge of that profession, the answers pop up seemingly from nowhere. And this is where intuition has become louder in a specific area. The connection to universal intelligence is a level of intuition where we align with deep understanding. It's a place where we learn to value all things and understand that we have the power within us to change our lives by natural means, by following intuition. There are no questions here, only answers. It's the flow of the unctions, the flow of knowing. Your practice of surrender and letting go of reasons, voices, and holding on to wants or holding on to perceptions that you might hold dear to yourself or beneficial. When you let go of those, this is where you're tapping into a high level of intuition, into oneness of the universe. Now, my friends, we have come to a point where we are going to give a little ad of our next webinar, where we learn to strengthen our intuition. And we dare to suggest at Takara that this highly intelligent inner wisdom is the only guidance system we need in both life and business. And friends, we hope that you enjoyed this webinar, and we will see you next, where we are learning to strengthen our intuition.